Hello, I haven't done a railway update for a while, so I just thought I'd do this one. I did actually mean it to go out a few weeks ago, but circumstances have been such that it wasn't possible. But suffice to say, I'll just give you a brief update now on what's going on with the model railway. So, without further ado, let's have a look. I'm sure everybody's familiar with this. This is the N gauge layout I was building. Well, obviously, as some of you may be aware, with the recent death of my father-in-law, I've got a lot of 00 stuff and a layout plan and all that sort of stuff that he'd done, and I'm going to be building it. So what we're doing is I'm taking all this up today, and the mate's coming around later on, and we're going to effectively take this board here, this one that we're looking at now. That's 3x4, and it's going in that corner over there. So the 4 foot's going that way, and the 3 foot's coming that way. Okay, I'm fixing it to the wall this time because this is a bit wobbly. All right. This one, right, we're cutting, this is 2 4x4 boards, so what we're going to do is cut one into a 3x4 and put that along that wall there, right, so essentially I'll have 8 foot run along there, okay, and the other one, we're cutting it into 2 feet, so we're cutting it exactly in half, and today we're just going to attach that 2 foot section to the 4 foot section here, so it comes out, and so that'll be 8 foot in this direction, right? So sorry, 7 foot in this direction, right? So it'll be running 8 foot along that back wall, and then 7 foot along this wall, and that's all we're doing today, just fixing that on, right? On this top bit here, I'm going to be putting a high level piece which will be 2 foot wide by however long it needs to be along that back wall there. I'll explain more about that later. So that's what I'm doing today. So this is the last look at this particular start, and what I'm going to be doing with all this is I'm going to build a sectional N scale layout. The first piece will be hopefully just a station area. I want to build it in such a way that when I get more room, I can actually join the sections together. So it'll probably be 6 foot by 18 inches or something like that, or maybe even 4 foot by 18 inches, or 2 pieces of 4 foot by 18, something like that, just to keep on with this, because I do like N scale. It's brilliant. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'll do a little update when we've done the bits. What I can say is getting all that track out was a lot easier than laying it. I'm very glad that I didn't glue it down more than on spots, because it just popped up and it's all pretty much okay. I can reuse all of that, so that's good. I'll use that on the N scale layout in the other room. So yeah, I think the next time you see this, it should be cut up and fixed into position for the first half of the 00 layout. Here we are, halfway through, cut in half. Lovely job. Let's have a look at it from over here. Hey. I'll show you when it's finished. So after a bit of a day, I've been doing this, and there we are, finished. Well, finished this stage anyway. So okay, so that's the deconstruction and reconstruction sorted. Those are the things that we've done, where I am with the actual physical
boards, as it were. So now I thought I'd have a look at the bits and pieces that I brought back with me on my last trip to Ireland. There's a vast quantity of railway to sort out over there, and I'm going back later in the year, probably about October time, to finish that off. That also dictates the speed at which I shall be putting the new 00 layout together. And so anyway, I'm digressing there, so without further ado, let's go and have a look at the various bits and bobs that I've brought back to assist me in building the phase 1 of the layout.
Some of the stuff I've got already off my father-in-law is bits of track and the like, just to go on. So most of this is a mixture. I mean, there's like loads of set track radiuses and points in here. They're all insulated frog, but that's not a bother, I don't think. I'm sure I can work around all of that. And I've got various bits of set track straights and flexi track straights, and in the box below there's a load of radiuses. It's a starting point. I know it's not going to do the whole layout, but it's a starting point, so I shall be able to at least lay the track that goes under the raised board, get that wired up and powered, and we'll take it from there.
So that's the bits and pieces of track. So let's go and have a look at some of the rolling stock portions of the things. First up is this Hornby Cadbury Castle. Obviously I haven't run this, I don't know what it's like. I just got a new GCC chip put in it. One thing I have noticed with it, the tender seems to be a bit high there. You know, there's like the clip that goes in it, and it just seems to sit a bit high. And the other thing I've noticed with it is that this wheel here on the tender is a bit ski whiff, so I think it's going to be a case of sorting the wheels out, because like I say, it's a bit bouncy like that. Obviously I'm not an expert on steam, not an expert on trains, to be honest, but it looks nice, so hopefully it'll go and be sorted. But obviously I haven't got any track with DCC capabilities laid at the moment, so it'll be one of those things that'll be quite late on in the year before I actually run this. So yeah, so that's the first one. Okay, this is the Colic Goods from Bachmann. I picked this one up because of its short wheelbase. I thought it'd be useful for testing the insulated frogs and whatnot. I'm not going to bother getting out of its box. I think most people who know these things will know what it looks like. So that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to be using for testing. So hopefully that'll prove its mettle. Now these have come back with me because they all had problems, so I've got them, took them to the Loco shed, which is the local shop in Prestwich, and had them all serviced. But also with them being short wheelbases as well, they're useful for testing the connections on the track. So like I say, I'm not familiar with any of these. I mean, I just know as tank engines what class they are. Apparently this is a class 56 XX. No idea. Like I say, I don't know anything about steam trains at all. And there's this one which I believe is a Prairie tank engine. Like I say, I don't know. These pannier ones, I don't know what these are. Like I say, they all had various issues. My father-in-law was very good. I'll just show you. He is an incredible archivist, and each of these, all of his engines have copious notes, so there you go. So there you see, this, we went through, we saw all this sort of stuff, so there you go. So it's got its DCC code, obviously the engine type and what's wrong with it. Absolutely superb, brilliant, for helping me find out problems without having to find them out myself. Okay, sad case this one. This is the GWR County of Cornwall. I've taken it into the loco shed, and all of its engine and motors and everything are out because there's something wrong with its drive shaft or something, and they can't get the parts. So I brought it back with me. So I've got an open case with Jim over there to sort of get it sorted out. So one day maybe it'll be running. Like I said, I like the look of this engine. It looks very nice. So I don't know a lot about steam. I was more of a 1970s diesel child. That's what I saw growing up. But my father-in-law, being from Cheltenham, Stroud area, he saw a lot of steam, the GWR especially. So hence his passion for GWR. So there you go. I also brought back with me a couple of coaches. These are Lima coaches. They're very nice indeed. The reason I bought these back was because while I'm not testing anything under locomotion at the moment, I thought while I was laying track, having these coaches, I could actually just put them on the track and test the joints and the turning circles and stuff, and make sure that everything was running smoothly while I was building it. So I thought it was a good idea to get them, or bring them back anyway. He has heaps of these, all sorts, but these two were the first in the box, so I picked them up and brought them back with me. Like I say, they're very nice, I must admit. They're very heavy as well. Bear in mind, I'm used to N gauge, so that's quite light. These have got some weight behind them. Lovely. Anyway, so that's all of the bits and pieces that I've got at the moment for starting to build the 00 layout. So yeah, and there you have it. That's where I am now. I won't be doing any layout updates because it's the summer now, and everybody's off school, including my wife because she works at school. So I've got a house full of people, plus financial considerations and everything, because holidays are quite expensive. The holiday time is quite expensive, and I had to make quite a big cut in salary a few months ago, which has slowed everything down across the board, to be honest. But there you go. That's where I am, and hopefully within a couple of months I should have some track laid and stuff moving about, which will be slightly more interesting than what you've just seen, and hopefully will satisfy people who sub me for the railway, satisfy their viewing as well. So bear with me. It's just one of those things. Alright, okay, catch you later. Thanks, bye.